Hey everybody, it's Scott and I'm back for another video. And this one I want to do a little different than I've done some of the others. So I've gotten a few comments, especially when I specifically say that I do a straight razor head shave. There's a couple other guys out there that are doing them now too, and posting up some videos, and I really think that's great to see more guys using a straight shaving their head. So I'm going to take a little different angle than I normally do, and talk about how I go about it. So if you're interested in trying it yourself, here we go. So obviously, for a straight razor head shave, you're going to need a straight razor, right? It doesn't really matter as long as it's nice and sharp. Originally, I was going to use this one. This is just a no-name blade that I picked up. It is a stainless, and scales are actually of my own making. I'm going to tweak them a little bit, but this was my first attempt at my Carta. Kind of see, and I think it turned out pretty well. So I'm going to tweak I'm going to work on the scales a little bit more, but that's what I was going to use. This has been a fantastic razor. Many of you are familiar with these. This is the Gold Dollar 208. Now this is a carbon steel blade. I get very consistent results with this. It also tends to be very easy to maintain the edge on this. So that's it's probably my favorite. But I got something in the mail today. I was totally not expecting it to get here already. And this was an eBay purchase that I just got in. As you can see, there's a little bit of pitting, a little patina on there on the blade, but a little bit of polishing. You can see polished up, very nice. Or relatively nice. But this is a blade. It was made in England for William Beezer, 422 Montgomery Avenue, Philadelphia, PA, and that's what's stamped here. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to show. Kind of see it there. Anyways, but this came in today. And so I gave it a work over on the stones, and I'm going to give this a go today. So we have the straight razor. Then I've also seen on the Facebook, some of the Facebook pages asking about what you prefer as far as when you're doing a soap with a straight razor versus a DE. Do you do anything different? Do you do the same? Some soaps better than others, blah, 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 blah. So, personally, the best thing to do is, if you have a soap that you know is very slick, very nice, easy to get a good slick, if there's cushion to it as well, that's fine. However, I definitely go with slickness over cushion. So for today, I'm going to be using the Crown King Champagne. Now this is the Oriental version. I was a little late on the show for this, so I didn't get the matching splash, which I'm super bummed about. It's a very, very unique scent. And I want to say I get a lot of bamboo off of this. but it's very, very nice, very pleasant. But the Crown King, and now they're using the same formulation, if I remember right, for the current Phoenix soaps. Is very, very slick, very cushiony. Anyways, so I'm going to be using that. Brush, whichever brush works good for you. This one, I'm going to be using my Samog Boar. It's a pure boar. And I have absolutely loved this brush from the second I first used it. It's been breaking in extremely nice, and I don't know, they must do something. They may describe it on their website or something, but I didn't get any animal smell from the brush that very first time I used it. I still haven't gotten any animal smell. But already I'm just getting loads of startup of lather here. And actually, let me get one more thing here. I find bowl lathering tends to work out best for me, especially doing a head shave. Because I can really dial in the lather the way that I want it. Now, right now, the way the lather's shaped up, this would be just fine for me if I were using a DE. And add a little bit of water here. And to be honest with you, on average, I will get my lather to the point of almost where it's starting to break down almost. Because I really want the slickness. And that's just something that I found is what I am really looking for when I use a straight razor, whether it's on my face or on my head. And with that peak where it's just starting to fall over like that, that's what I'm kind of looking for. Alright, so we've got the razor, we've got our soap, we've got our lather going, we've got our brush. I know, kind of out of order a little bit, but it's alright. I also like to keep a little mug or cup of just some water. That way, if I need to, I can add a little bit of water here and there. Alright, one or two other things that you might want to have handy. And for me, I do have a Stick pencil here. This has lasted me a very long time, but it might not be a bad idea to have one of these handy. And this doesn't work quite as fast or as well as a Stick, but an alum blocker stick as well. In case you get any nicks or cuts. I've said it before, my tricky spots are right back here behind my ear. I've got a couple scars back here from just trying to get the right angle, and if you've dealt with the straight razor before, you know it doesn't take hardly any time to really kind of mess yourself up. So having some of that handy is also a good idea. So I think we're ready almost. Before we do that, I'm getting another sip here. Boring shaverage. Mountain Dew. Just Mountain Dew. Okay, maybe not boring, but it is delicious. And my vape today. So I get my juice from a local place here, and they do up custom mixes. This one's a cherry based. With the Mountain Dew, almost comes across kind of like Code Red. Good. All right. So, I like to use a washcloth. Some guys like to splash water on their face or their, whatever. I like to use a washcloth, so. I find it kind of keeps the mess down a little bit. Now, normally I would have been just getting out of the shower, whatever, doing all this, had my shower earlier. If you want, you can use any kind of a pre-shave, oil or soap combination. I tend not to concentrate too much on that for when I'm doing my head. Head tends to be a lot more forgiving and not as sensitive as your face or neck or anything like that. So alright, so here we go. Brand new razor. And I kind of kicked myself. This was fairly loose. So I peened it a little bit and I got a little overzealous and peened it just a little too much. So now it's very, very stiff, but that'll wear back in. When I started using a straight razor, I started thinking about how do I want to hold it. I get a lot of people. Of course, you have your traditional hold, or what I guess you'd call a traditional hold. I don't necessarily subscribe to that. To me, however you need to hold this to have control of the blade. For me, if you watch my videos, you'll see that I do this most of the time. I'm holding it more like this. I will switch to this grip on occasions, especially coming down, right or left-handed. But whatever is a comfortable grip that you can control the blade, that's your biggest goal. So alright, switch up my grip here, switch hands. Now, I don't normally try and stretch my head and skin very much. And maybe I should try that more often. so far seems to be doing a very nice job. Okay, so that was the first pass, and man, I tell you what, I'd almost leave it there. I only have a couple days worth of growth, so it's not bad, but um, it's very nice. All right, so first pass went primarily with the growth, so down with the exception of the top. Reason being, I don't have much growing there anymore, so I find that a single pass up on the top going against the growth, or what used to be the growth, my hair on top used to grow forward, so going backwards against it is more than adequate, just a single pass. My second pass, I will go from front to back on both sides and then across the back. So here we go. Remembering to have good grip to control. And really just letting the weight of the razor do the work. Right. Now at this point I would probably normally stop and call it good. You know what? I am going to call it good. Very, very nice 2-pass. Is there still a little bit? Absolutely. But man, I tell you what, that is more than adequate. It's very comfortable, which I think is more important than getting that BBS every time. So, very, very nice shape with this guy. Haven't been honing very long. Picked up some basic stones. Didn't cost me a whole lot of money, with the exception of the last stone that I got, which was a 15,000 grit Shapton Pro ceramic. If there is interest, I'll show you kind of what I do, or if maybe I should just show how I kind of maintain my razors. just let me know. So, and we're going to go to the alum stick here. Very nice. As I expected, it's got just the slightest bit of a tinge going right around my ear, but otherwise, very, very nice. So, as I said, really it's just doing it. You know, make sure that your razor is sharp. If you're not sure if it's sharp, then get a hold of somebody. Send it out, get it honed. There's several guys out there that do a really nice job at honing. I believe that their rates are probably very, very reasonable to have the razors honed, you know, shipping it back and forth, whatever. One of those gentlemen, if you are on the G Plus forums in Shave the Man, there's a gentleman by the name of Guy Solis, Gentleman's Edge. You can contact him. He's based out of Denver, Colorado, my neck of the woods here, just up the road, about an hour. There's also, and this gentleman I know has been huge in getting a lot of guys started with straight razors, and that would be Anthony Esposito. I know that he's on the forums, the G Plus forums, but he's also on Facebook. I just referred a guy to Anthony the other day. Go on to Facebook. You can message him, and my understanding is he does a great job being able to get guys set up to succeed with trying out straight razors. So he also, my understanding, puts a wicked edge on straight razors. So those would be a couple guys that you could contact about having your razors honed. I know there's a lot more other guys out there. So yes, and you, once again, you don't have to, in fact, you don't have to have a $200, $300, $400 razor, custom razor, whatever. If that's what you want, and you, fantastic, awesome. Sorry. But you know, to be honest, Gold Dollar, I think I paid probably about, I don't know, 15 bucks. I know you can get them cheaper than that depending on where you go, but yeah, 15, 16 bucks shipped. This razor was a little cheaper. I think I ended up picking it up for about 8 or 9 bucks. Stainless steel, shipped. Also been a good razor. And then of course I made my own scales for that. And then this guy, you know, I got it off of an eBay auction. Grand total shipped, I think I ended up paying 20 bucks. So it doesn't have to be a super high expensive razor. Fantastic job, super happy with it. And I might actually be looking to dress it up with some scales, some other micarta scales in the near future. Don't try and get too gung-ho. Don't be afraid to have your DE handy to kind of do cleanups, or, you know, around the ears. A lot of times, just out of default, I'll go ahead and use one of these for around my ears, or to clean up any areas that I may have not quite got it all the way. But just give it a try. You know, that's the only way to do it. Just give it a try. Let's use a little British stirring here. There we have it. I hope this was helpful for any of you who've been thinking about giving it a try. You know, like I said, make sure it's sharp, have a grip that you can control, and just take it slow and steady. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you taking your time to watch any of my videos. Feel free to comment any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, take it easy. I'll see you around. Going down for it.